Hello, I've been asked to describe how the Boston Safety Pen fills and works. And I have this filled with platinum carbon ink, which is a little thicker than normal ink that I normally use, so it may take a little tiny bit of coaxing to get it started. So the nib is submerged in the barrel, and the ink is in the barrel as well. And so when you put the nib up and have it in place to write with, you have to make sure you bring it up slowly, because if you bring it up fast, it might splatter ink around. So there it goes. And it works fine. Then when you're done with your masterpiece, there we go, I have to sign it. Pure. There you go, $1 million, add to shopping cart. When you're done with your drawing, you very carefully, again, pull slowly back on this, because if you pull it down too quickly, ink might splatter out as well. Pull this down, and then the ink is again submerged. I don't know how much ink is in here, but let's pretend it's filled to there. So the ink is now underneath the level of the nib is underneath the level of the ink, keeping it all wet. The reason it's doing that is regular inks, when they dry, they're water soluble, so they can get going again. If a permanent ink like India ink is in this pen and it dries on the nib, it requires a lot of work to get it clean. So you don't want to do that. So anyway, when it's not being used to draw with, it's submerged in the ink, and when you want to use it again, you carefully push this forward. Fill it with an eyedropper. What does an eyedropper look like? Well, you know what an eyedropper looks like, but I've got some here somewhere. I thought I did. Hold on. Down here at the bottom. Okay, here's an eyedropper. So if I were to fill the eyedropper up completely with ink and put it in there, that would be enough, because that amount of space is sort of what you want. And you might even see at the top the ink level. Because I've used this pen, I filled it up a year and a half ago, or 2.5 years ago. When did I buy this pen? I bought this at the Boston Pen Show. I can't remember if it was the last one or the one before that. But it works fine. And I'm using ink that is a little thicker than I normally use. So I was very, very happy with it. Though I normally draw with other pens. That's how it works.